free flow, dude.
This is complete free throw. Free throw.
Free throws.
It's definitely a free throw.
Airball.
NBA, yeah. Huss is chucking bricks.
Free flow.
Good start. Free flow.
$100 says that we're recording.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
When the mic's over here, you know the deal.
Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
I just looked at
That's
you
my
like a
tell.
minute ago. The mic was all by the computer, and then I see you with the mic near your mouth because you got me free
would it be
flowing
near my
over
butt?
here.
Mic checking.
Mic check my ass.
No thanks.
Yeah, that sounds kind of gross.
Mike, check
It's
my
not
ass.
It's not working.
Why do you want Mike to check your
Give me a
ass?
second. Restart it.
Depends on who Mike is.
Yeah.
Memory card's not
Mike could be a girl.
Mike Hawk.
Who?
Mike Hunt.
Yeah,
Sounds like
Yes, Mike Hawk.
That's his cousin.
oh my god.
In here with the World Cup Qualifiers edition, Nugget edition, no EPL or other domestic leagues.
Don't worry,
edition.
don't worry. You won't have to hear about Arsenal.
Of course you will.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Of course you will.
About who's leaving next.
About who's coming on next. How about that?
First off, what? Who are you coming on? Relax.
Whoa,
relax.
whoa.
Relax.
This is a family show. This is a family
Disturbing
show.
stuff.
No, there'll be nuggets. There'll be plenty of nuggets to go with the show.
And
But
I'm coming in hot tonight. Just came from a holiday party.
What holiday
I am-
party, Huss? What are you doing? Soccer?
Another
Holiday party?
job I got. I do American Ninja Warrior with gymnastics. You know, just like jump over this, climb over this with 5 to 10-year-old kids. Just try to get the agility up, the athletic being selves.
are you trying out for the show?
Me? No.
Come
Well,
on.
I don't know. I
Come
feel
on,
like
you should
I
do
feel
it.
like we should do a PFC
You
challenge.
should do it.
We should do a
Ninja
PFC
Warrior.
challenge. Ninja challenge. I like
I
that.
could mess with that.
I could totally do that.
You ever see
He's
the
good at
Three
what?
Ninjas?
Rocky, Tum Tum, and Colt.
One of the best movies
Yeah,
ever.
you're Tum Tum.
Yes, I
You're
am.
Tum Tum.
I really am.
You're the kid that loves candy and food.
I really
You're-
am. The youngest.
Hashtag.
That's right.
Got Tum. But
Hey, hashtag Tum Tum. Hey man, we'll go so what?
somebody's
Everything's
got
going so
a
smooth.
ticket. Anyone that's seen the movie knows what I'm talking about.
Love
Oh
it.
my God,
Wow, sidetracked.
Those movies are so bad, but I remember I watched this movie. The Grandfather.
That's one of my favorite ones.
He's like the human version of Splinter.
That's Mr. Miyagi.
I was thinking
that's
Splinter from,
that's the biggest
Ninja
knockoff Miyagi
Turtles.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know if it's Miyagi.
You
I
mean
think
Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles. That's what I'm talking about.
The rat,
Splinter.
the giant
Yeah.
rat.
Yeah, Splinter.
We train him.
Also known as Lingard. But
I like that.
Not touching that one.
the Rat King.
Rat
Face.
Rat King. He's the king
my
still.
Yeah, from the Nutcracker.
Going into childhood memories.
That was a great
Going
episode.
to childhood
He was
memories
so
now.
proud. He was so proud of his laugh.
You want to
I'm so proud of his
The
joke. I mean,
Nutcracker.
it's too funny.
proud of my laugh too. It's like
I'm
Chappelle
Al
show.
World Cup qualifiers. Let's get into it. Latest teams to qualify. We'll get into the games real quick. But before we do that, let's just list who's going to be at the big dance next year in summer 2018 in Russia.
Mother Russia.
So obviously Russia's in the host. Brazil, Iran, Japan, Mexico, Belgium, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Germany, England, Spain, Nigeria, Costa Rica, Poland, Egypt, Iceland, Serbia, Portugal, France, Uruguay, Argentina, Colombia, Panama, Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, Switzerland, and Croatia.
In USA. Just kidding.
Now, the teams that just recently qualified, as we record this, Croatia went in today, Sunday, and Switzerland went in yesterday, Saturday. Switzerland played Northern Ireland, and Croatia played Greece. The aggregate score for those games in order were 1-0 and 4-1. These boys get the ticket, man. They get the ticket.
It's major.
They want a playoff game to get in there. But more importantly, man, let's focus on the teams that are in that playoff bubble yet to qualify. We're talking about Sweden and Italy.
The big one.
To start. And Sweden at home with Zlatan in attendance wins 1-0 against Italy.
Holy crap. I don't give a shit if that is a deflection or not. Holy crap, the defense against Italy is outstanding.
Who would have thought that they would have pulled that result out? Like, this Swedish team seems to be coming together.
Ew.
And, whoa. You can throw me
So
over there.
gross.
No, they seem to be more of a team without Zlatan.
We brought that up maybe a month last time they qualified.
Yeah, man.
I think I may even brought it up where it's amazing how Sweden is looking so much more of a team when they get rid of literally maybe a top 10 player in the world.
And again, we know the system obviously had to revolve around him, but he just hands out a trophy. He just handed out the domestic league trophy to Malmo, his home club. So maybe he's a good luck charm too. You know, maybe when Zlatan shows up, even if it's off the field, he's a good luck charm, man. But for Italy, now you're desperate. Now you're definitely desperate. We were talking about Italy before, about like how in the Euros they didn't really have an effective attack in terms of the names.
Yeah, they
on
were
the team
relying on
sheet.
guys like Graziano Pelle.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's playing in China right now.
But now they got Belotti, they got Ciro
Icardi.
Immobile, guys who've been absolutely on fire and are young guys who actually, you know, showing that they can get goals. So it's gonna be this is a different kind of Italy team.
But in that first game, it was in Stockholm. You know, Sweden were rough. They were physical. I mean, Italy, with the experience that they have in this team with Gigi Buffon, Chiellini, and Bonucci, something between almost 600 caps or international appearances between them. You know, they played so many games, but Sweden wanted this game more. You know, at home, they in this Italian side, are they as strong as we think? You know, it's crazy to think of a World Cup without Italy, though, at the same time. But I think this is the time for Sweden to make it. They missed the Euros in the playoffs last time against Portugal. Cristiano sunk that ship, but they were right on the cusp, the bubble, as we're saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know if they're going to beat it. I don't think they're going to beat Italy on that comeback leg. You know,
They don't have to. They just have to tie 0-0. Or you have to tie
That's
the
the
game.
thing,
You
man.
don't have to win.
Or get a goal. Is away goals rules in play here? Like,
If you got one goal for Sweden, you're laughing. You just got to hold it up tight.
look,
Close the shop.
odds are, to Tom's opinion, odds are that Italy will find a way to
Put some money on this? Some meatball subs?
odds are Italy will find a way to kind of come back in this leg, especially with them playing at home in front of their crowd. But that also might be a determining factor, man. A lot of these guys are either on the end of their cycle or at the early start of their cycle. There's not a lot of players who've sort of been in the team for a long time with world-class experience. So it'll be, if Sweden has a shot, it's this year, man. It's this year. Italy's getting weaker and weaker. I think offensively, like we were saying before the show, the attack is coming back, but they're not a formidable giant like they used to be.
They do have a system, and it's very interesting. Article came out with Chiellini about Pep Guardiola, basically, and how he feels.
Yes.
Yeah, he feels though he's
Destroying defenders.
he's destroying defenders, and we see Pep, you know, with the likes of John Stones as an example. You know, he wants a ball-playing defender, guy's going to be able to build up from the back and move the ball up the field. And yes, even when his comment after the Stoke City game, you know, was very telling of his philosophy. Maybe not necessarily all of it, but essentially saying that, like, okay, they scored 2 goals against us, but we got 7. You know, and that kind of philosophy of as long as exactly, at the end of the day, whoever gets the most goals kind of wins. And I think
It's no kinda.
Well, it's I don't want to necessarily make that a fact, because I'm sure he'll be like, no, like, I value defense.
Yeah.
You know
But he
what I
doesn't.
mean?
it's
you
a
can tell from
logical-
the way he plays.
It's a logical fact. Whoever scores the most wins.
100%.
So
that's
there's
the
2
point
ways
of the
to
game.
approach it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
that's the
2
point of
ways
the
to
game.
approach it. Am I going to be solid in the back and then hope to get a goal and win the Mourinho way? Or am I going to focus on defending in their final third, basically defending with my front 6 and having defenders basically who are also midfield players, essentially, or do the role of midfield players? So it's a fair point, man.
And that is the Italian way is defending. And basically what Chiellini was saying was that, like, the marking, Italy were known for man marking. If you remember all those times, those guys were going up against Maradona, you just follow guys on the field and they're
Screw the formation.
Yeah, and he's like, they're basically losing that, and it's part of the Italian DNA. So,
But that's dead, man. Man marking, I think you can afford to have 1 or 2 guys man mark. You cannot have your center backs man mark because of the intricate movement that's developed in the game now.
Andre Herrera,
That's what I said. 1 man.
Yeah,
One or
that's
2
what it
men.
takes.
That's it.
That's what
And
it
it
takes.
can't be your center back. It has to be your midfielder, maybe your number 8, and convert him into a man marker. Can't really be your number 6 either, because then you leave that big hole in the middle of the pitch where people can exploit it. Sorry, Chiellini. Man marking is dead, bro.
unless you
for
play
the
with a
most part.
sweeper, it's very interesting.
Yeah, but now you're holding guys on.
Not just
Now you're
man
holding
marking,
guys
but
on.
marking in general. You know, on crosses. That's what Chiellini was because you're so concentrated on moving the ball that you lose track of your marker.
Mm.
You know, you're supposed to be invested, keep track on everyone that's on the field, you know, defensively, and then you get the ball, okay, play it. Where now Pep Guardiola philosophy is more about where can I receive the ball versus where should be positionally.
Yeah. And I think,
and if you look at, sorry, keep going, but
my bad.
when he got slapped by Barcelona, when he was at Bayern, you know, they went to the Camp Nou, he got slapped. They lost 5-3 in aggregate, you know, with a great Bayern team. Because his philosophy is always gung-ho, go forward. Yeah. You know, and he got caught out. Like, this guy does get caught out against the best occasionally.
Look,
not always.
There's a lot to take from this game. First, I'm not sure if I can say that Sweden is due to go to a competition. They did make the Euros. I remember that because, well, Forsberg absolutely failed me in Euro fantasy.
Failed you?
Failed me.
He filled you with what?
Failed you with what? Yeah.
Like, he failed me as in he should have done better.
Like a donut?
My goodness. I wanted
Like a
Forsberg
Boston-
to just
like
go
a
off
Boston
in
cream?
Euro. I honestly
pie.
thought
cream pie.
Forsberg was just about to just explode all over Euro.
I mean,
all over the Euro.
sounds like you had a very suggestive.
Yeah.
Very
But
suggestive.
you know what, though? One thing led to another. He didn't have a good tournament. Then, what? Last year,
He's balling now.
he
He's on
erupted in Bundesliga.
Leipzig.
That's You know what? I had the right person. It's just that it just took a little bit longer than I thought. For him to explode. There's so many
Like a Boston
innuendos.
cream in your
So
mouth.
many innuendos. So also,
telling Lindsay.
United need to be really happy right now because Lindelof had a pretty decent game. Lindelof. But also, let's not forget that Sweden just didn't get a goal at the beginning of the game in like 10 minutes in and then just pack it in. They got the goal in 61st minute. Italy did not get a goal. That's crazy. They only had 10 total shots in the game. Italy, I feel like, for me, as much as that they're a defensive team, they're a tactics type of team, I always think about the relics, the past players,
Pirlo.
and they're able to shoot from anywhere. They're always trying to get that ball, make that 1 yard of space and shoot that ball in, and always pressing and always getting that ball up in the. I stopped myself on that one. They're always trying to get the ball inside the other team's 18-yard box.
You're tiptoeing around now.
Balls in the box.
But the thing is, it's just this Italy team. There's something missing. I don't know what it is.
You know what it is, dude? It's just it's that spine. You know, eventually they lost that spine.
It's Rossi in too old.
I'm not ready to go there. I'm not
Are
ready.
you ready to say that Rossi's too old to start for Italy?
No.
Yeah. Well, like, here's the thing.
I don't know.
Look. What I'm gonna say about
You got
Italy,
guys.
man, is like
Zaza.
it's the same when England retired that golden generation of Lampard and all them.
Yeah,
England's
Pirlo
going through it
retired.
now until Rashford and that class started coming through. So I think right now Italy's going through that where finally, Icardi came through or Immobile's coming through. But you look at that back line, it's an aging back line. It's an aging goalkeeper. Sure, you have Donnarumma coming through at goalkeeper. But all we're saying is that Italy's in a dip. And the fact that they're in a
100%.
playoff
They're
to get into the World
in a
Cup, it's
dip.
dipping. I don't think we should write them off. But I think it
I'm
might
ready
be...
to start attacking the spine and all that.
No, but the spine's gone, dude. What I'm saying about... I'm not saying the spine is in your personality. I'm saying your goalkeeper, defender... No, but the spine, if it's incomplete, then
It's just
odds are your
old.
team
It's just
falls
aging.
apart. You lost your number 9. They didn't have a number 9. They had Graziano Pelle last year.
And you lost your 10.
You lost your 10.
But now
you have your 2. You're your center back, and you have your goalie. But half a spine doesn't still work at this level, is my point.
All
The
I'm saying is
spine's
look
gone.
at the talent, though. Look at Verratti that they've coming through.
Verratti didn't do anything.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
And
100%. They're
Gabbiadini.
coming.
Candreva,
As of
they
today,
have guys.
there's no spine in Italy. As of today.
Well, it's
coming.
not even the spine. But what about I'm always having trouble with his name. El Shaarawy of Roma.
Well done, Hussy.
Look,
Wow,
yes.
Look, this guy,
Wow.
he's been balling out. He saved Roma. The thing is, why do you not bring him in to Italy right now? He's in form. Put him in. He got speed. You know I like speed. He got skill. He can shoot the ball. He can cross the ball. He's dangerous. He's the Italian Mane.
that
Put him
hairdo.
in the goddamn game.
He's gotta change
Let
that
him-
hairdo.
And he
that
did change the
hairdo.
hairdo. It's shorter now.
Yeah.
But the thing
It's
is,
the hairdo,
you
it's the
see
last
what
name.
You see what he
Egyptian.
did in Champions League. This is the time you pick him up. Not when he's doing poorly. He's doing so well right now. This is the time that you put him in the starting 11
You should have
or
picked
first sub. Or he should be in the one of the 3 guys. They only use 2 subs in the game.
Well, not
How
every-
you're down 1-0. You need to win this game, or at least to get a draw.
Well-
and you don't. You
It's
don't.
tough
You
to
want to make 2
introduce-
subs?
Here's the thing,
Come
it's
on.
tough to introduce a guy like that. We'll wrap this
I
one up.
don't
soon,
think
but
it
it's
is.
tough.
I don't think
you
it
know
is.
What? You know why, Huss? Because you have to introduce him into the national team setup and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Kick it.
Italy-
Hit him the ball,
Italy-
see what he does.
No.
He's a special. I think he can make his own shots. He can make his own
I
plays.
agree, but Italy has always been a tight-knit national team. There are national teams
It's
out
not like
there.
Gareth Southgate with England, who's like, all right, this week we're going to captain Kane, this week we're going to captain Dyer.
Or
It's not
Belgium,
like that.
where they're pulling talent from all over
Yeah.
the world. Usually Italy is concentrated, almost like Spain, where it's coming from 2 or 3 teams in Italy, and those players become more bonded. Now, there's obviously benefits to that, and they showed it in, 2006, when they won. And there's also contractors to that when they're going to Euros with a bunch of no-names, you know? So now
And they have like Insigne, who's plays the same position as Al-Sharawi and is better than him. So
Not right now. Not in the
Yeah,
last.
right now.
Maybe not in the last
maybe he's
3
not
weeks.
hotter, but
that's
he's-
what I'm saying.
But still,
But
he's still hot.
To not even make the bench.
All right, I get that. But
Switzerland.
Again, yeah.
Switzerland make it to their 4th consecutive World Cup final after drawing 0-0 with Northern Ireland. They won
Swiss
1-0 in Northern Ireland with a controversial penalty. Couldn't overturn it in the
Nope.
second leg. It would have been their first World Cup in 32 years had Northern Ireland made it. So it was just devastating for them. Came within 1 goal of extra time. Johnny Evans' header cleared off the line in the last minute by the man who scored the penalty in Northern Ireland. So heartbreak there for Ireland, Northern Ireland. But your boy,
Rodriguez.
Xhaka,
Yeah,
your boy
man.
Shaka is going to be exposed again at
He's
another
a-
international
no,
tournament.
Man. He's a baller for
He
Switzerland.
balls for
He
Switzerland.
balls for Switzerland. That's why I'm glad. You know, we're bound to talk about Arsenal at some point.
God.
Might as well just
Right,
dig
so
into
get
it
it
right
over with.
here.
Yeah.
You know, look, Shaka is a baller. He, you know why? The manager gives him freedom to shoot from distance, to use his strengths, to hit the long ball. He's their playmaker. He's their deep line playmaker. They have other guys.
He's
as
their
well.
big fish.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, he's comfortable in that setup.
Constant pressure, pinging. Let him do what he does best. At Arsenal, we see fans urging him to shoot every time he touches the ball because he can do it. There's guys like Mohamed El Neni as well who can ping, and other guys, but for some reason Wenger discourages it. It's all about pass.
Fuck
He shines.
Fuck him. Let's talk about the real guy.
Whoa.
No, Ricardo Rodriguez,
Yeah.
the guy that hit the penalty, and the guy that Liverpool and Arsenal should have went a little bit further into the transfer window
Into.
with. They should have grabbed this guy. He should be in the EPL right now. This guy, he's just splendid. When you watch him play, no, he goes up. He's one of the best crosses. I feel
He's
like
one of the best,
as a left back.
dead ball specialist. Not in terms of
Even on the
free
run for
kick,
me.
like accuracy or stuff. I just mean delivery. The delivery.
But even on the run, this guy can produce magic. So I don't understand how. Oh, well, I do understand. AC Milan had so much money they got him. But if AC Milan did not get that huge 300 million boost,
Yeah.
I could not imagine him not being in the EPL. I wish he was on
No,
Liverpool.
this
I really do.
This Switzerland team's good, man. This is a good little team here. They've been on a run for a little while now.
And Mbolo didn't even start. I don't know. I feel like Mbolo was gonna get the start on that because I believe in this young kid. Was he 20?
I believe that we will
was
win.
he 21?
You just jumped on that train.
Real. He
For
subbed
sure.
I
on. But
can't.
I'm excited to see Garnett,
20.
not Shaka. I'm
you
excited to see
you
Shaqiri,
are.
a.k.a. Hussy Boy's crust, at the tournament because he's having a strong year for Stoke. One of the few bright spots so far this season. Still registering goals and assists. He's having a good season. You need to have a good season going into a World Cup.
Fabian Sharp, that's the Inter center back who's been balling. Young center back's been balling all year,
Wasn't
man.
balling
Like,
earlier
Shaqiri.
when you were playing PES with Eagles.
Biggest biceps in the
you
game
gotta
of
bring up
football.
bullshit. Wait.
Shaqiri.
Shaqiri,
Are
biggest
not-
biceps in
What
football.
about Balotelli?
I think Shaqiri might have bigger biceps than him.
You know why he has bigger
Are not-
Dude,
biceps?
good per
I'm bigger
ratio.
than- bigger than-
Dude, he's
No.
tiny.
Biggest biceps in the game, hands down, Adama Traore.
Yeah.
What a
Hands
Yeah,
down.
that's
He's-
true.
He's bodybuilder big. He's
Yeah,
like
no,
too
no,
big
no.
for
No,
football,
no.
dude.
Biggest
a
biceps
bass,
in the
bro.
game.
It's gotta be not
A
that.
gooch
Yeah,
on
no.
Yehu. On Yehu.
Is he still playing?
Is he
though?
playing?
Dude, some guy be
Thi-
playing
this-
college ball somewhere or something. He's
I-
gotta be
I
playing
feel like-
semi-pro.
I feel like this is one of those bicep 11. We need to get the top 11
Cool.
biceps in the game of football.
Kolasinac
Write
at
that
left
down,
back.
dude.
No, no, all-
Kolasinac, definitely.
Yeah, no
Man, you get a
bicep. No
headlock from that
beast
guy?
11, bicep 11.
Bicep
Yeah,
Bicep,
11.
just straight up, just
Strictly
boom.
Ivanovic
biceps.
got to be in this still.
Legendary bicep team, Oliver Kahn, captain.
Do you have biceps? His shit was too baggy. I never
Dude,
noticed his
he used
body.
to. There was a conversation between him and Schmeichel. They're both talking. He's like, I spent way more time in the weight room. You know, like I was more worried about getting as big as I could possibly get.
Yeah, he's
trying
trying
to-
to
that
fill
was-
the net with his
yeah,
size.
I don't even know if this guy's still playing. The guy that used to play for Wimbledon, the big fucking guy. He was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, he was like a
Enormous
story.
striker.
Yeah, he
What
was a
his
story.
name?
The black
Holy
dude, man.
shit, dude.
Oh,
Like, it's not even
I know
real.
what
That's
you
a
did.
He might take up the entire 11.
He was like, his nickname's like the Beast. He might as well have played linebacker, not even linebacker, lineman for football.
Yeah, lineman, offensive lineman. He's like 300 pounds easily.
All right, let's keep it moving. We're going to go to Denmark playing.
Hold on, I got to shout him out. Akinfiwa.
Just one name?
Akinfiwa.
Cool, man. He's an absolute beast.
Good call, Huss.
Thank you.
Denmark 0, Republic of Ireland 0. They play on Tuesday in Ireland, and it's basically a winner takes all game.
You know what? When I watched this game,
What?
I was slightly.
Why are you yelling?
Am I
been
yelling?
yelling-
I
you've been yelling
was
the whole
slightly
time.
rooting. I was sorry. I was slightly rooting.
Don't move it
for
back towards you.
Bentner. When he came in
The
the game,
Lord.
I was like,
The
here he
Lord.
comes. Here he comes.
the
Put
biggest
ball in the-
distraction.
Dude,
He's so bad. He's so sluggish. Even when he's defending, he's just throwing his legs around. He's not doing anything out there. But when it comes down to the end of the game,
He once
both
claimed he was
teams-
going to win a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
both teams had chances,
guy.
and it was exciting to watch the end of this game. I really enjoyed the end of this game, even though that ended up in a 0-0 tie. Both teams looked as if they were tired, but at the same time, they're both
They were going
attacking
for it.
full
Yeah, I mean,
force.
look, dude, you're playing to get into the World Cup. I mean, if people don't know, this comes every 4 years. 32 teams from around the world compete. Like, this is massive pride for your country. Like, usually, once you qualify, you'll probably get a mention, maybe even a visit from your president, depending how big your country is.
Oh, it's
You know,
major.
it's
Even the
huge,
revenue you
dude.
get, the exposure you get.
big time revenue.
Yeah, the
It's
economic revenue, like
Harry Arter.
it's amazing.
Arthur, I feel like he kind of has to pass in his man card a little bit because there was a few instances where I think he went down very easily, maybe held his face, but you know what? It is what it is.
Chris
He's trying to
Brunt.
win the game.
Chris Brunt Pings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris
Brian
Brown
Paynes,
Paynes,
Mr. from West Brom. Yeah, you Paynes. Honduras 0, Australia 0, a game in which the U.S. should have been playing but is not. Honduras manages to hold Australia, who scored what do we say, 28 goals? in this-
48 goals in 20 games in qualifying.
Just to give you an idea
who
of
they're,
the-
Hey,
who
we
they're
know.
playing.
We know
Yeah,
where
no,
they're
but
playing.
we still
Relax.
have to
I don't know why you
mention
hate
that.
on Australia so bad.
It's not about Australia. It's
No.
about the league that they play in.
It's
Dude,
about
it's
rugged.
about their
That's what
region.
it's about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
understand.
geographic. Yeah, it's not a choice. But yes.
They get the
do play
easy
in-
group.
Well, look, the U.S. got an easy group and they stumbled this year. The U.S. has an easy group and they didn't make it. So they play on Wednesday. Australia hosts Honduras on Wednesday for a do-or-die game. Same thing with New Zealand, Peru. Peru manages to
Come
get
on,
out
Peru.
there.
Peru.
To get out
I
there
like
with
Peru.
a point.
I like Peru.
You know what, Peru? That is a devastating chant when
It is,
when they're
man.
all in the stadium.
Dude, when they beat Brazil in Foxborough,
Oh, my
like in
goodness.
Boston, I was at the game. Was it 2 years ago now? A year and a half ago? Incredible. The turnout for the Peruvians was incredible. I had no idea that many Peruvians in New England.
They're everywhere.
Because usually there's a lot of Brazilians in this area and in,
sure.
in New England. So I thought they were gonna have a big turnout. Neymar wasn't there at the Olympics.
Peru's gonna be in a
Peru,
little bit
man,
of
solid
trouble
squad.
though, man. Their best player, in my opinion, Guerrero, was busted. Unfortunately, it was
busted.
an anti-doping kind of a thing.
Busted doping.
You busted.
Yeah,
He failed
so
the test?
failed the test. So it's gonna be suspended. They're not sure exactly what the substance was. That hasn't been released, or as far as I know, but. They're going to be missing their best player.
Is
so
that
it's gonna
selfish
be
of
tricky.
him? Because this game's coming up. Is that selfish of him?
Hey, if
Do
you're not- if you're not
teammates
cheating, you ain't trying to win.
do teammates get angry with him?
It depends if there are teammates who are taking it.
Look at your own life. Players that have failed not a drug test per se. Yeah, someone ripped ass. Appreciate it. Oh my god, I can't even think now.
Dude,
It hasn't hit me.
Are you
yet.
kidding
I'm
me?
glad
It was
Go.
it was all around me when I was making that last statement.
We've all played
I
with
didn't blink
players.
an eye.
We've all
Tasted
played with players that were out drinking the night before and got caught by the coach,
For
and
sure.
and they punish your team.
Better
But-
coach than cops.
better coach than cops. Doesn't matter.
Touche.
Even if the cops catch you, then you really can't play.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just saying we've all played with guys at the college
Who
level,
aren't as
high
dedicated.
school level that weren't as dedicated. No doubt talented, but it's just part of the game. But I mean, that guy comes back, you still take him back.
If he's your best player,
Dude,
yeah.
what did you eat? Is that so? That's like
Protein,
I can't
homie.
just chicken
Protein.
salad.
is that
Chicken
boiled
salad.
eggs, dude?
What was
that's
it?
great.
Protein, dude.
Was it chicken
Like a
salad?
protein
Can't
shake.
believe I can't.
Oh,
smell
was it? I'm not even gonna
That's
get it.
It's in my eyes.
All right.
Was it one of these?
Nugget Zone.
CLNS, no?
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's time for our ad for CLNS Media, everybody. CLNS Media is a radio broadcasting group out of Boston, Massachusetts. They do large live live coverage of games in the area for the Boston Celtics, New England Revolution, New England Patriots. Sorry, it's just really still. I can't even think in this room right now. Jeez, was that a second one, man?
No, never.
Oh my God,
that's all it takes. They were right.
That was the Hiroshima of farts right there. Jesus. But yeah, they have great quality for sports. They put us on. They put the big guys on. They put us on.
Celtics.
Sorry, this is the worst read of all time.
What's happening, dude? You jamming out?
My God.
CLNS Media. If you go to clnsmedia.com, you get to listen to the top sporting podcasts. Either New England podcast. They picked up the Lakers. They also talk about general stuff like pop culture, entertainment, all kinds of podcasts in there. They definitely support our show and our development, so we appreciate them having our back. So download their app, go to any app store, search CLNS Media, and it should come up, or go to their website, clnsmedia.com.
Yeah, no, that's free for your iPhone or Android device.
Yeah, and if you're interested as well, you can sign up to employ full-time and part-time journalists, commentators, producers from around the world. They feature all the different Bostonian teams in there, so definitely a good look. clnsmedia.com.
Nuggets. The biggest nugget, let's get into it. Well, for me at least, Gareth Bale, bombs dropped.
Let's go.
Has an injury setback.
Again.
Al pops off in the group text. I send a link of the story to the group text. Al goes absolutely nuts. Al, what's your beef?
Absolutely nuts?
What's
I just said how it was.
This?
I said how it was.
Essentially, I said that this guy is now 28 years old. He's getting to, once you start approaching 30, you got to reassess your game in general. Mm-hmm. Your diets, your game rash preparation. This guy's still trying to bust the gut on every run. He's a physical specimen, but his body obviously cannot hold up, and few bodies can. I know in this room, we play a few games at our highest level, you're still picking up injuries. I can't imagine at his level, the stuff he tries to do, his body just can't keep up, and he's going to go the way of Michael Owen if he doesn't refine his game. I was saying in the text, like his countryman Ryan Giggs before him, start doing yoga. I'm going to play center mid now, out of nowhere, He no doubt has the skill and technical ability, but does he have the brains to drop deeper?
Yeah,
or to use his mind more than his speed?
Look, this guy he's transitioned before, right? From a left back to a left midfielder. And like you said, he does have the technique. I think right now he's on that Van Persie slump.
Put him back at left back.
He played at the beginning of his career. Now he got into his 24, 25. He's injury-ridden. He's 28 years old currently. I think he should go to Man United where they give him a bunch of roids and he'll stay healthy.
Won't happen.
Or I think he should come back to Spurs. And I think that right there, Gareth Bale coming to Spurs, that gives Spurs legitimate chance to win the league or maybe to pull off a double.
I say Gareth Bale, don't want you at United.
You don't? I thought you did at one point.
I did at one point.
But now because of this injury?
Dude, he can't stay fit for more than 4 months.
That's
he's still injured. He gets injured
he got
while
healthy.
he's injured.
He got healthy
for a week.
Was on track, training, and then had an injury setback again. And then that's when Real Madrid was like, all right, enough is enough. We're putting an £85 million price tag on him. I don't want him at United because he's just not healthy, and he's 28. So, like Al's saying, he's on that other side of his career. He's not going to lose his speed in 2 years or so. But, still, he's a player who's sort of not plateaued, but has hit sort of the peak of his development. I don't think Bale is getting better now, So, one, that's why I don't want him at United. Two, I don't think Tottenham is a great place for him.
It's a great place. I think it's a great place.
Look, the reason
the chosen one comes home.
The reason for that, man, you look at Tottenham, it's a team of team spirit. You look at the players individually, Trippier, Davies, all these guys have performed because of that team unity, that team cohesiveness, and in my opinion, I think because there's only one alpha dog at that club, and that's Harry Kane. You watch how Spurs are now starting to deal with having an alpha dog bigger than the club, and you're starting to see slight cracks in Spurs' game.
Who?
Harry Kane.
Okay.
Team Harry Kane. That's the news right now. Team Harry Kane. I think that's rocking the boat a little bit at Spurs.
I don't think it's rocking the boat at all.
It is, because as soon as he sits, the team can't play without him.
I think that
cannot play without.
That's because he's so good.
I think that's more. Yeah.
No. Look, but when you're trying to get to that next level,
which is why you bring in another alpha and freaking Bale.
I think if Bale goes back to Spurs, it would be unbelievable
They'll be
for the
unbelievable.
Spurs.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
If Madrid sell the Spurs, I can easily see Harry Kane going the other way. Zidane's already come out in admiration. Speaking of Harry Kane,
even that would destroy the
That
club.
would be worse.
Look,
Harry
I
Kane.
think-
I'm saying there's gotta be
I
some
think
kind
bringing in a guy like, say, Lucas Moura, that's a guy you want to bring in, young, healthy, has that power. Maybe not
very
as
unproven at the high level.
fair enough. But Tottenham is an unproven team. That's the power
Which
of
is
Tottenham.
why you bring an experienced player who won Champions League in his first year, won Copa del Rey in his first year
but
with
not-
Real Madrid,
but not
and
in
he's a club boy. He came through the system.
But he left the club.
And
Of course.
he's also
a lot of
great.
people left.
So,
And when
Pogba
Pogba left the club.
100%.
and
But
Pogba
Rooney
came back.
Yeah, at 23, dude. So Rooney going back to Everton, a guy who's past his peak. I think it's similar. I think
their
Bale.
peaks- look,
no.
Bale's
Look,
a better
if Bale
player
had been
currently.
playing healthy, sure, go for it. But you're gonna bring in a guy who's gonna triple your wage bill, who's gonna sit on the sideline
That,
being
to
a
me, is the
superstar.
only issue is the wage bill.
And the superstar, the mentality of now there's a superstar who only plays half the games and is paid more. Look at Danny Rose, how unsettled he became when Walker left.
It's risky, but there's no guaranteeing.
I don't
that
think-
he's not going. He's going to be unhealthy.
No. There's no guarantee, bro. There's no guarantee he's going to be
Either way.
successful. Yeah,
Either
no
way,
one. We're not
there's
sitting
no
here
guarantee.
guaranteeing. We're sitting
I
here
just think
spinning
that the
a
juice is worth the squeeze in this.
Two
I don't
things-
think so.
Two things with Harry Kane. One, he's a product of Tottenham. Also, his relationship with Pochettino will make a difference. I truly believe that they
Kane
like
or
each
Bale?
other
Both of
on
them.
Kane.
Both
And
of them,
then,
honestly.
also, here's a food for thought. Is Kane better for Tottenham now than Bale was better for Tottenham at the time
Well,
they left?
let's not
Who's
forget-
better? Who's
let's-
better? Who's
let's-
better?
let-
you
Kane
know
at
what,
that
Kane-
time?
we're asking a
Or-
question, let us
no,
answer
Kane
that.
right
Can
now
you
or
answer?
Bale?
Go ahead, Al.
Well, put into perspective, Gareth Bale was scoring goals 30 yards out in the
How many
last
times?
minute,
Once? Twice?
like 5 times.
I don't know if it was 5.
It was.
But
It
no,
was
I
in
remember
Europa
one of those
League.
goals was just like breathtaking. It was one of the best goals I've ever seen
It's
in my
not
life.
just
But
that,
he
but
was-
he was a supporting cast
He was
too.
carrying this team on his back single-handedly, more so than Harry Kane was now. Now there's a better system around Harry Kane.
Kane is
False.
carrying it
Kane-
more now, but it's because he has more help than Bale did back then.
Exactly.
Spurs are at a better.
They've achieved
Spurs
more.
finishing second like 2 years in a row. They're in the Champions League now. Bale was trying to get them
Push
to that
top
level.
4.
Same thing with Modric.
And he
It was
gave
a-
up.
It was a
He
different
went to Real
Spurs.
Madrid.
He didn't give up. I think
That's-
he wanted to leave to
had
achieve
ambition
his
and he
dreams.
won Champions League. That's what he did.
He's got 2
He didn't give
Champions
up.
Leagues. He's got La Liga. He's got Copa del Rey.
But
He's
he's still-
won
look,
everything
look,
you
he's
could win
still-
at Madrid. I
but
think
This
it's time
is
for him
the
to come home.
perfect time for him to come back because look, even
I don't
Spurs they
think
just
so.
beat Madrid now. So Bale must be fluttering his eyes like,
Look, but
wow.
that's my point, man. Is that this team beat Real Madrid without bringing in these $100 million injury-prone superstars. If Bale was healthy, let me stress it again, guys. If Bale had a healthy track record, bring him back.
Hey,
dude.
but
Because he's
who-
going to give you 40 games in a year, and that's irreplaceable.
Fair point.
The point is, you're paying
Fair
$85 million, you're tripling your wage bill, and this guy's going to play half the games. I don't think that's good for the locker room.
You win those games that he
But
plays
you
in.
win them
probably.
anyway. You
Hey,
win them anyway.
But who
But
they
this time you win a
who
title.
did
No,
they
but
sign
you
this
can
summer?
win a trophy.
Who did
You
they
can
sign?
win
Who
games, but
better
who
you
did
don't win a
Spurs
trophy.
sign this summer?
Sanchez, a no-name. How's he look now?
No.
No, I'm
Fantastic.
saying they didn't really sign any attacking, any players going forward.
I think we're wasting our
You
time with Bale
bring-
anyways.
No
Because they're not
way,
going to
dude.
buy him because they don't have the money because they're going to bring up the whole stadium
they
issue.
have that, but they have
No,
that.
no, but I don't think they're going to.
No,
I
they
think
have
they're
the
going to
money.
say that we
Huss
don't have the money
wages.
because they have
Everybody
to pay.
has the money.
Just
No,
like
no,
how
no.
Arsenal did.
Everybody
No, but
has the
that's
money.
Arsenal.
This is
No, but I
different
think
years.
Tottenham's
we
going
all
to be
know
the same way.
Arsenal's
I don't think
lying.
so.
They
I
have the money.
But I think Tottenham's going to be
I
the same way.
don't
They're
think
not going to
so.
buy anyone for $100 million.
You know why they are going to buy someone big, and I don't think it should be big. I think,
Man
yes,
City.
you should go out there and spend your $100 million.
Zaha.
But who can they attract? Who's at
Zaha.
the Bale level?
Zaha.
No, he's
Well, not
nowhere
Bale
near the-
level,
the
but
Bale level.
Zaza?
That's my question. Who else can they attract in terms of a superstar star
Look, but I
at
don't
the
know,
Bale level?
but I don't
He's probably
think
the highest they
I
go.
don't think you necessarily need that to get Tottenham over the edge. You bring in a guy like Kingsley Coman, I think that helps Tottenham.
It helps,
yes, he's
but
unproven.
I
Tom,
think
but
it's a
but
balance. Don't
think
get me
you
wrong.
want
I'm
them
not just
to
saying
win.
if you
I
you
think-
bring Bale in, it's an automatic win. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he takes you a step closer. Yes, you may
I'm
need
s-
to address maybe the center midfield
That's
a
where
little
we
bit,
differ because he doesn't play enough. I say yes, as far as when he's playing, he takes you a step closer. But the time he's not, I'm saying hurts the chemistry of that club, man.
Okay, so enough about Spurs.
great
Yeah,
debate.
yeah.
Still on Gareth Bale. He's most likely leaving Madrid this summer. Time is up. They're ready to move on with him. Where would he go besides there? You know, who
Maybe
who can-
Liverpool
who can you
as
see
a
as a
striker.
suitor for this guy?
Maybe Liverpool as a striker, and I know that sounds a little bit
I
strange.
see-
I see something like that happening.
Here's a club, PSG.
PSG.
They don't need him to play every game. He doesn't need to play every game. They'll pay him his
But
wage
they're
bill.
selling Di Maria.
That's
They
fine.
have to
Bring
get
in
rid of
Gareth
this
Bale,
sum-
a
but
Champions
to
League
balance
winner.
the books.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about it.
but
I don't think it's time anymore players have to Neymar.
Look, maybe
for
we
that-
know,
for
but
that money.
85 mil they could sign. I'm telling you, next year PSG is spending 85 mil or more on one player.
I think
Probably.
Chelsea.
They'll do it. They'll find a way.
Coutinho.
It's going to be Mbappe.
Or
'cause
Chelsea.
I think I could see Bale at Chelsea or either the
those kinda-
Manchester clubs.
Yeah,
can
the
see him
Manchester
there.
clubs, I could see him at Manchester. I personally don't want him there because, again, this dude is only there
I see
half the time.
Spurs as well. I really do see Spurs as
I
well.
see Spurs as, again, man, I've been watching Spurs for the last 3 years very closely, just about every one of their game. There's something
missing,
different.
right?
No, but there's something different happening there. I don't think all they need is a plug-and-play superstar who's only going to play 18 games for them. Yes, they do need a bit extra to help Harry Kane, someone with swag. All I'm saying is I don't think an injury-prone Bale is worth
What
that
about
dude.
Italy though? Serie A. Put him.
You can
put
go
him,
there.
Put him for
Absolutely.
AC Milan,
Perfect.
Inter Milan,
Oh, I would
Juventus.
love to see Gareth Bale at
He could
AC Milan.
absolutely
That would
play
be
in Italy.
incredible.
Depending on their financial situation,
Even
because
the
if they don't,
fastest guy
if they,
in the league. Right,
Absolutely.
Bro, but if AC
Yeah.
Milan doesn't make the Champions League, there's rumors that they're going to have to sell a bunch of players because they're going to have to make the money back. But if they're able to bring in a player such as Bale, hello Italy.
Look, I think he's going to change the team. Regardless of where he goes, I think he changes the team. And it's the same thing that, like, I get the cautiousness of the price tag and bringing him because of his durability.
That's
I think
all.
the juice is worth the squeeze. I think you can get 4
What
or
about
5
Monaco?
more years out of him.
I think his ego.
no, Monaco.
anywhere.
Yeah, but Monaco
Monaco-
has so much money that they can just boom,
Monaco,
poof.
Monaco,
There's the money. Take it.
they made their mistake of having those big buys. It went against
They
them.
brought.
They had
Hey,
to
they
sell
brought.
everyone.
They
with the
brought
financial-
back injury-prone Falcao. How's he doing?
No,
They-
at,
so
at
they
what
can-
price? At what price? A weight cut price, and they sold him
But-
for, right?
but that's
because
fine.
they went
He was-
financial
he was-
trouble.
I'm sure they
still
can-
on
Monaco
loan.
now is a youth team.
But
they're
if no
one of
one,
the best at
we're-
developing youth.
We're
now.
talking as if he will be sold for 85 million. I don't think a lot of teams will go for him at 85
too.
million. So they could probably get him at maybe 60. And because
No
of all,
way, not
maybe,
60.
maybe even
Who's
70.
Monaco
but,
buying for
but,
60 now?
But all the money that they just sold, all the players that they sold, all that money that they have, they can just throw 70 like it's nothing.
Yeah, they could, but does it fit into what we've seen recently? No, it just doesn't fit.
I could see him in France though.
I can see him in Italy. I think he'd
Well,
destroy
I could
it.
obviously see
back
him
in
in
the
I think he'd
EPL.
destroy it. I would love to see him.
I don't think
He
his
could
body
really go
can
anywhere.
handle it. I don't think his body
come
can
back
handle the durability.
If you manage him
of the
like, if you manage him like,
If you
like,
can't play
like
in La
Zizou managed
Liga.
Cristiano last season, you know,
Different diets.
sparingly, you know.
It's different diets, different
Until he's
body.
fit.
Yeah, but like,
And he won't look. He'll have to play.
look,
What
some
about-
players, some
what
players
about-
are just look. Some players hit point and they're just prone, dude. Michael Owen tore that hamstring. We all saw it on TV, and that was it for him. He had the best doctors in the world, best physios in the world,
No
but
way
he was
back.
just never the
No
same.
way back.
Same thing with Torres when he did his knee, never the same. Like there's certain players who are just physically specimens. Ronaldo, I think, has been blessed never to have that kind of explosive
He's a
injury
freak.
because I don't think. But even then, I don't think his body would have come back the same because he's so explosive. I think Bale plays. He constantly has muscle injuries.
Because he plays so tough. He goes
Because
100 miles an hour.
Exactly.
nonstop.
What if he
And your
doesn't-
body, as having a skeletal human body made of carbon, I don't think can handle the powers he demands on that body. 38 games in La Liga, never
Which
mind
is
in the
why he'll
EPL.
have to change his game. He'll have to change
That's
his
the
game
thing. That was
Al's
when he's
point.
20
Again,
and 29.
you
but
won't
Bale-
he will.
Bale might not be leaving Madrid. He could go to Atletico because if Griezmann leaves this summer,
You're just getting.
no,
wild.
why is that weird?
He
He
could
could
go
go
to the New England
Why is that
Revolution.
weird?
No,
Because
no,
if
no,
Griezmann
Huss.
leaves, you throw him at the front.
For sure, it's possible, but we're trying to stick
Realistically.
within. Yeah, he could go.
And
Dude,
he
could go
really likes.
Southampton could afford him.
He personally likes Spain. He personally likes Madrid. So I could see him switching over.
He
Not
doesn't
more than
personally
home.
like
Not-
Madrid.
not
I
more
think
than
he
home.
doesn't.
No.
You think?
Fact,
You
fact
want
of
the
life.
thoughts?
Fact of life. If you read
From
about
what
him, he doesn't like Madrid. And Madrid look, he likes Madrid, the
He
city.
doesn't like how he's
Yeah,
treated
that's what
by
he
fans.
doesn't. Yes,
He doesn't
it's
feel
not a,
all
it's not
the
a
way
nice
welcome.
different
way.
fans. What do you say? He likes the city.
If he did, look,
Yeah,
Huss,
look,
if he
dude,
went to
it's Madrid.
Atletico, realize that's like Luis Figo to Barca. Like you're going to
That's
the direct
massive, dude.
rival. He'd have to be pissed, right? There'd have to be some sort of incentive for him to go to
You'd have to
Atletico
be
Madrid.
As in, like
There's
a
lot-
club saying that you're not good enough to be with us. We want to sell you. Where do you want to go?
Yeah,
like that type
I'm
of
not saying,
pissed.
I'm not saying it's impossible,
Yeah.
but what at the same
Huss,
time,
it's
what
like
I'm
going-
saying is they're gonna double charge Atletico with the fee.
It's like
No,
it's
I
like
fully-
Huss, it's
I-
like
I
going to
fully
Liverpool.
understand.
It's like going Liverpool to United. There
I
are
fully
players who've done
understand.
that, vice versa. There's Arsenal to Tottenham. Players who've done that, vice
I
versa.
fully understand.
But to make that move, usually there's some kind of fire burning because you know you're going to upset the millions of people you've made your fans to the stage. So for him to go to Atletico Madrid, he would have to be pissed at Real Madrid. And I don't think he's pissed at Real Madrid. I think he's unhappy because the fans never accepted him. Because like I told Tom, they expect a bit more of that close control. Yes, he's dribbled in tight spaces.
They do.
And that's where I think he's going to struggle to evolve in his game,
That's
man.
why
Because
I think he's perfect for the EPL.
I don't think
I
so.
think he's perfect. He could drop
He's
in.
gonna be-
he could drop
No,
into a left
Winter would
back
eat him
as
up.
The
But
older he gets into,
that's-
into a center midfielder type of role.
No, but that's the
'Cause he
thing, you
pings.
could-
The man
Look,
pings. He's
look.
technical.
So's Wayne Rooney, bro. So's Wayne Rooney. Pings.
Can he
we
change
saw
his
him,
game?
We saw him in the midfield. It's a different animal.
I think he can.
I don't
You
think he can, yeah.
And
I
that's,
don't
But I
that's
mean,
where
if
Bale unrest
I know
lies.
you're gonna say I'm biased because I'm gonna talk about him again. If Liverpool does make Champions League again, they do get that money. I could see Gareth Bale going to Liverpool for no
you
for
wish it.
no
nuts.
for multiple reasons. That's not nuts.
Oh, you wish it.
Tell me why this guy who could go to just about
Because
any club in the
if-
world will choose Liverpool, a team.
Hasn't won a
That
title
doesn't
in
even have a
over
center
30
back.
years.
First things first, we don't know which teams are actually going to go for him. Liverpool might be one of, if not the best team going
But as
for him.
soccer pundits,
but no-
we can
I
can
fully-
guess what's going on in the world,
Yes.
and you guys wouldn't pay 90 million for Virgil.
What's the number?
You wouldn't pay
it was,
big
it was
bucks for
70. It was
Virgil.
70. But
Well,
no, it
70,
got shut
it's
down
an
because of
exaggeration.
Southampton.
It's the same
They
thing.
were going to pay it, but they get shut down by Southampton. But what's one
What
big thing
about-
that Jurgen Klopp loves? Speed. What does Bale have?
Huss,
Speed.
What's the one thing you don't need at Liverpool?
Speed.
Speed. You have it. You don't
defenders.
Need
That's the Liverpool mentality, bro.
No.
Get some defenders.
No.
Don't
Don't Bale because he's this fancy Real Madrid player.
How many
He's so
times
fast.
how many times have we
Trojan
heard
horse.
other pundits talk about taking Firmino out and putting Mane up top?
Why don't you just
How
get
many
an
times
actual
have we
number
heard
9
pundits
instead
say
of trying to
that
convert
Liverpool
them?
need defenders,
What I'm saying
center
is,
backs,
then
people
Salah
who can
and
defend?
Bale on the outside.
What's your
then we-
problem today, dude? What's your problem at Liverpool today?
Trust me, I don't think that it should begin and end with Bale. They obviously need to
I don't
begin
think
with
you-
defenders, and if they get Bale, I would not be surprised.
That's a wait. That's a
I
wait.
think
You,
the
you,
world
you
would
can
be
buy
shocked.
two defenders for 40 million, or you can
Dude,
buy one guy for
And
85.
you had
know?
to you had
Or
to
all
postpone
three
You had to
with today's,
postpone one of your-
money.
You had to postpone one of your Keita deal, the Keita deal, to next season. Like you signed him, and now he's playing this season, and they're like, "Oh shit, he might not be that good." Either that, or he's not motivated.
If
My
they-
point is, Liverpool isn't fast and loose with the cash.
No.
You have to address your midfield and your defense because Henderson ain't gonna cut
no,
it.
yeah, we have
Speed.
Keita already coming in. We have other
You
players.
have a new guy
Speed.
coming in. Obviously, you have Champions League, so Keita, one new center mid is not going to be enough. As long as Milner's still playing in that position, it means you have holes in that
I'd
position,
rather
center
see
mid,
Liverpool
and you need
just get
center backs
Zaha.
and a goalkeeper.
A guy like that. You get a guy
But
like Zaha,
don't say
who's
it.
also been linked with Arsenal as well. Look, man, the whole Bale thing, he could go anywhere, Huss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he could.
that's what I'm
He could
saying.
go
I
anywhere.
would not be surprised. if he
But
could
now
go
we're talking
multiple.
about percentages and
Yeah.
probability, and
That's
the
it.
probability is way less
I'll give him a
likely
call
in your
later.
favor, son.
I'll tell him to go to.
But Willie Zaha, meant to move on to a different nugget.
Willie.
Linked with a 35 million euro move to Arsenal. How do you guys
Don't
feel
do
about
it.
this, man?
Don't do it, boy.
He's not going.
Don't do it.
Alexis Sanchez is out, obviously.
If they get relegated, I can see him being like, "Well, I got no other choice. Like, I guess I'll go to Arsenal." But I'd love to see him on Spurs. I'd love to see him anywhere else but Arsenal.
I would
Or
say,
Liverpool.
I don't like
I
to
would
see him on
say
Spurs.
Arsenal.
I can see him making
Best
the
fit,
move.
I think.
For now, it's the best fit. He's gonna get the most playing time. Arsenal or Liverpool, he'll get some burn at Liverpool.
I'd be very happy to see this, right? Because this is the
Although-
rare thing we're
although-
talking about a guy falling out. He's a Man United flop, quote unquote, falling out of a top four, bouncing back into one.
Lukaku.
This would be kind of rare to see. And yeah, same thing. Lukaku, right? Loaned out. Now he's successful. You know me, man. I love Willie Zaha. I love his game. I do like him at Arsenal, but I'm a little bit wary. I'm a
Why?
little bit wary
the
because
manager.
of the exactly.
Dude, he'll be
Who
allowed. He'll be
excels?
allowed
at-
to not to play defense like Ozil. Just, hey, dude, do what you want.
Look at Wobie. How's he doing?
Who excels under
Oh, he's
Arsenal
not.
Doesn't
His
play.
development will probably
in
be stunted.
2017?
That's
You know,
the problem.
but Arsenal's only there for another year and a half. He's gone up to. He's gone.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure,
think
but
he's there for another 20 years.
He
He
got
got
a
die in the job, dude.
He got a 2-year contract there, man, and he should be gone
He's
after
got a
that.
lifetime contract. Whenever he wants
Rolling
to bounce,
contract.
he's gonna leave. Otherwise, it's Wenger's club. That's why I'm a little bit wary of Zaha. Coming to Arsenal, I'd rather get the full finished product. If you're gonna come to Arsenal right now and he's still developing,
I'm gonna take it back. Tottenham.
I'd love to. Spurs would be awesome.
So I have
he
to
would
Tottenham.
destroy
he
the
wouldn't be a
Spurs.
starter though. He'd be a rotation guy.
I don't know, man. The form
would-
he's had now,
And I
he can
don't
fight
think,
his way in.
Look, I don't think that's
hard to do, man.
I don't think that's too bad. It depends how many games he gets in the year. I don't think it's too bad when a player bumps up to a club like that and gets put into a rotation.
Yeah, if he's battling with Son for that fourth spot in the midfield,
I think he would take over Son. I
that's
think
a
he
fair
would be,
battle because look how more dynamic he is. They're
Yeah,
both
but
fast. They both
how
work.
often does Son play? When Harry
Often
Kane
enough.
doesn't.
He played a lot, man. He played a lot last year. He got 21 goals, so like he played enough.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean? Like,
Look, for
I
me,
hear
I'm
you.
saying
You want
Willie
him- you
Zaha
want him-
should be like we see him at Palace.
think-
That's when he's at his best.
Yes,
when he's
but I
playing
think-
day in, day out.
But I think he has to earn that at a top club. You don't show up and play day in, day out unless you were at a club doing it big. If he scores 20 goals this year for Palace, he should go to a club, walk in, and start. Now, there's always that argument, does he have help? What are his tools?
How's a guy like, okay, we compare to Gareth Bale coming back to Spurs. If Willie Zaha goes back to Spurs, you don't think that's going to break up the team unity in there?
No, because I don't
back?
think Zaha's walking in expecting to start every game.
Yeah.
That's all. He's developing. He's a
But
kid.
he
I
is.
think these
I
are
think he
these are
is.
important
He
years.
might
where-
be, might
where
not be.
Because
These
he's
are
in his prime. That's, I'm
Yeah.
sure, the stipulation in his contract that he'd want.
But I don't think he's in his prime yet. I think Zaha
I think
still
he's
has.
peaking. He's still
Well,
he's still
when you
climbing.
sign, when you
He's
sign
still
yourself
climbing
for-
that
for
ladder.
a number of years, right? 2 to 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. So obviously it doesn't happen just like that. As he fights or has to fight his way into there,
Yep.
he may be like, all right, I'm not getting the role I was promised here.
But he will, though. That's the thing.
I think
Pochettino doesn't play a lot of guys out of position.
these
And
two-
Pochettino
these
plays
two-
youth. Look at Davies,
And
bro. Look at
Pochettino also doesn't play
Trippier.
with natural wingers. Like these guys, their wingers are their fullbacks.
all the more
Dele Alli's not a
reason.
winger.
All the more reason to
He'll
put
be more free.
Zaha a little bit inside, man.
tuck
This is-
inside.
they have
higher
Sissoko.
back.
That dude,
but
tight
he's just
space
enhanced.
dribbling, strong, can take people one-on-one. He doesn't have to play number 10 necessarily, but
Yeah,
you shift
free
him a
floater.
little bit inside, like left attacking
Like in a
mid.
3-4-3, that little
Yes, man.
left
So
guy.
right next to Dele Alli and Kane, it becomes potent. I hear
I
you
don't
in
like
saying
the
they won't
consistency
start.
of the playing time. That's what I don't like.
But dude, these 2 years
Because we
at
saw that Man United. Yes, he was younger, but
these 2 years at Crystal Palace have been huge for him. He's played almost every single game. He's been fit. That's what he's needed. But that's 2 years.
And
you
that's
don't want to
Crystal
do. You don't
Palace.
want
He
to do.
hasn't
You
done
don't
it-
want to do 4 years at Palace.
And he hasn't
you know?
done enough at Palace to walk into. I don't think to walk into.
Not to walk
Tottenham
in
and
straight up,
start.
but he can walk in and fight and gain that spot,
See,
no
that's my
doubt.
point.
But here's my
That's
thing
exactly
with
my
Willie
point.
Zaha. He's a confidence player.
Absolutely.
He's most players are confidence players, but look at his style. It's tailored to, I'm the man. I'm playing every day. I'm the flashy
And
guy.
that's-
But he's not
And-
selfish.
and in order-
But
he's not
he's
selfish.
proven to be not
but
selfish.
What it is it's just playing time, guys. And it's a simple point, but I think it's very effective because for a guy like him, if he's not playing day in day out, he doesn't have
Then
the
here's-
managers 100% believe
here's-
that you're the guy. I
Here's
think
the
it's
question:
gonna be tricky for him
does a guy like that deserve to be in a top 4 team?
in the right situation.
Absolutely.
yes,
This
he
guy
does.
works.
He does.
He knows what it takes to get there. He knows
But does
personally.
he? If sitting on the bench rattles his game,
Oh, there are
I
millions.
don't know if it
of
rattles
guys.
his game. Do you know that?
yeah,
If it does, sitting on the bench does.
yeah.
Look,
He's-
see,
Tom
that's-
said he's a
that's-
guy
that's
who
what I'm
needs to
saying.
play day in,
Oh, I
day
see what
out.
you're saying.
And there are guys like that.
But if you're at a
who've
bigger
been
club,
successful.
Hmm?
You have to know your role within the club.
That's my
You
point,
know?
man. And there are players who, no matter when, like how long they've been on the bench, when you call on them, they perform, and those guys usually turn into starters. I think Zaha, if you want to go to a top club, I think he has to earn it. There's no club where he's going to easily walk in except Arsenal, and that says a lot
But
about
even
where
at Arsenal,
is.
Lacazette, like he's not finishing games.
Yeah, but that's a manager thing. That's not a necessarily like it's not standard
not-
across the top
Yeah.
four.
Yeah.
It's
Not a
it's
performance issue.
isolated incident. It's a control. Look,
I think Arsenal's the perfect fit for him because of the stature of the club, but also the playing time that
That's-
would be
I'm gonna
available.
go. Everton is a perfect fit for him.
Everton
That
is dope
level.
too. That's
Not
that's a good one,
Arsenal,
too.
not Man United, not necessarily Spurs. I think Everton, prove it at Everton like Lukaku did. Lukaku did it at West Brom. And then Everton was like, oh shit, let's bring you in. He does it at Everton. And then United brings him in. It's like, okay, this guy's carbon tested. He's done it in the league his whole life.
I hate to say it, man, but Arsenal's sharing that 6th, 7th, 8th, maybe from 4th down.
Like
I'll say,
Everton.
from 4th,
4
4
to
to 8
8, yeah.
is
They're
like
in there.
at their worst. I see Arsenal finishing 8th, which would be
Yeah.
devastating. At the best, 4. So even if that jump, it's the same thing with Liverpool, where I see us right
But
now.
no, it's different jump because of the pressures.
The pressure,
Because the
100%.
stadium boos.
100%.
And if Zaha comes in there and he's pulling his moves and he has those off games, the problem with him is when he has an off game, it's ugly, man, because he's a fancy play, he's a feel spirit play. He starts yelling at the refs. Now,
But I
will the
love the
Arsenal
work rate.
fans get on top of him?
They should get
We
behind. They
always
should
will.
get. They
We
should get
always
behind
will.
him.
Oh.
You should get behind him, but
Yeah.
I think we'll be patient with the first season. It's all about your work rate. So if you go out there and you pull an Ozil and you're
But is-
flashy, but you don't work hard
But is
defensively,
Arsenal in a patient position, man? When you guys
Not at
lost
all.
to Watford, there was no, Alexis Sanchez is still a good player.
But if
It was
if
like,
you're
where the
losing
fuck is
Alexi,
Lexi?
if you're losing
it's-
Mesut, you get any guys to come in, And I think you're going to lose both of them at the end of the
bringing
summer.
in guys
Maybe,
like Crystal
maybe.
Palace, Zaha.
We don't know.
Bringing in a
That
Bale
comes
might
with
make
that,
more
but that
sense.
comes with the
for
territory
Arsenal.
of playing top 6.
I
Like
know,
the
but
they're
expectation.
gonna be-
But again,
Arsenal's
your
gonna be top six.
situation is so
Arsenal's
specific.
gonna be top 6. Don't worry about that. They're gonna have Euros.
All right, Trump.
As much as you say that Arsenal's gonna maybe finish 8th, I'd be very surprised if they even finished 7th. I think they have enough class where they're gonna finish at least 6th. I think, like I agree with you, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Tottenham, maybe Chelsea. They're fighting for those 4 spots. I really do.
Yeah.
I think the Manchester clubs are fighting for 1 and 2. Everyone else is fighting 2 through 6.
I disagree
That's
with
right, 3
Spurs.
through 6. So when it comes down,
Spurs, I think
but it depends. We don't know how they're going to go throughout
Touche.
throughout
Injuries and all that,
the winter,
yeah.
and if England keeps on playing Harry Kane through even friendlies, we don't know what's going on. But also,
Your voice will keep going high.
yeah. But if Arsenal do want people, if Sanchez does leave and Ozil does leave, Zaha would be a good pickup for them. But not only that,
Especially in
you should
January.
Arsenal should go throw the money at the wall for James Rodriguez. After next summer, he
That's
has one
well done.
he has one summer left. He has not found a home. Real Madrid doesn't want him. He's at Bayern.
He's
They got rid
balling.
of they
He's
got
balling at
but they
Bayern.
they also got rid of Ancelotti, his guy, his buddy. He's not completely happy.
I'm all set
So-
on attacking midfielders.
But
at
if you're
Arsenal.
if you get
I'm
rid
all
of
set on that.
but if you get rid of Ozil and Sanchez, you're not going to bring anyone in besides Zaha.
I honestly, personally, I'd rather just reinforce the defense
Okay.
and the 6th position.
Just get
because we
another
have-
holding midfielder.
No, we have Jack Wilshere. How many? We have Aaron
Jack
Ramsey.
Wilshere,
Aaron
the
Ramsey.
bionic man.
Aaron
Oh, here
Ramsey
he
is the
comes.
guy who's a phantom attacking midfielder anyway. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is my personal focus would be to solidify the back line, then worry about going forward. You should take this a page out of my notebook. Level.
And
No,
ju-
no,
and
no,
just
no.
to
Trust
wrap-
me,
and just
I
to
want
wrap-
both though.
And just to
I
wrap,
don't want to just settle for backline. I want both.
I'm looking at realistically though.
And I'm realistically thinking that we can be higher than Arsenal for the next 20 years if we get both.
Just
Alright,
like
alright, relax.
you haven't won the league for the
in
last 20 years.
26 years,
It is
27
what it
years.
is. You want it once.
Just to wrap on Willie Zaha.
More than once.
To wrap
Look
on
at-
Willie
if we
Zaha.
really want to go through the history,
Hey,
look at
can
the
we
history.
get over this? Can we get over
I'm
this?
not talking about ancient history, recent history.
Recent, past 10 years is not recent.
Hey, I'm
Anyways.
talking about
If we can,
Y2K.
if we can move on.
Y2K, son.
if you're looking to see Willie Zaha at the World Cup this summer, you're gonna be out in for disappointment. Ivory Coast not qualifying
Holy
for the
crap,
World
Ivory
Cup.
Coast.
Lot of talents that I like on this team. Serge Aurier, Spurs boy, former PSG. Always loved this guy, even though he's crazy. But Willie Zaha really hurts. Eric Bailly, my boy, United. This is a pretty strong team.
Not strong
I don't know.
enough,
Is
Crown.
Yaya still involved or is he done?
He,
I think
he's
he
done.
retired.
Yeah, the
done.
king,
I think he
the
retired
kings
last
of
year when he
Africa
was
have
first.
fallen. I mean, they're like Mufasa and Lion King. They fell in that
But
stampede.
they always rotate, man.
They-
They always rotate. Obviously, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Ghana are usually like the powerhouses.
Ghana's
But, like,
out.
Egypt comes around every once in a while. Morocco comes around.
Every
I
30
remember when
years.
They had, who was it? The Haji brothers.
So
Morocco.
nasty. So nasty.
So like they come around every once in a while. Algeria, pops up. So like Africa, there's just so many countries, man. There's usually just 3 countries that dominate, then everyone else like rotates. Never
and
South
remember
Africa,
when
though.
we talked about
what happened to South Africa, man?
Benny McCarthy, bro? We need to bring him back.
Remember when
Lucas
we talked about
Radebe, Nomvete.
remember when we talked about
Trying
Frank
to talk about
Cassie?
my motherland here, man. Damn.
Frank Kessie, he went to AC Milan, but remember how we talked about
Pushing
him
through.
all last year, how this guy was going to be a prospect, he's going to be a great player. And he is dipped. No one's talked about him. And he's on, what has he done for Ivory Coast? Nothing.
First year on
No, he's
Big
20 years old,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I know he's
So
20,
relax.
but imagine.
What has Rashford done for England?
Nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. He's
Scored on his debut.
Yeah, he's been doing okay. He hasn't
Yeah, but
started
hasn't
every
done
game.
anything.
He hasn't started every
But he
game.
hasn't done anything.
He's done okay.
Look, he's
Sticking-
the man. Rashford's the man.
sticking
But
with
he
the
hasn't done
EPL,
shit. Martial too.
Sticking with the EPL again, David Moyes signed to West Ham, the Hammers, London Stadium. This man comes in, brings in Stuart Pearce behind him for his backroom staff. Former Three Lions psychopath, the Psycho, his old nickname.
Hammers fans apparently not happy with the signing.
Well, would you be?
I would.
Why?
Look, he's had some recent
'Cause
rough
it's not your
stints.
club. that's why.
Since he
He's
left
had
Everton,
some
he's
skids,
been
some
on the
recent-
skids.
Rough stints, but look, man, I look at his that track record with Everton is a big deal. It was over like 10 years ago. I get that. You could have signed. Who else could you have attracted? I think he is.
Ryan Giggs.
now that I'm talking about it, it's a pretty shitty case that I'm trying to make.
Big Sam?
He's just a sturdy option.
Big Sam.
A sturdy option.
He's a stabilizer. That's all he is.
And they've signed him for 6 months. Here's the thing: if they signed him for an extent, like even
5
3
years,
years, millions, okay. No, they
you
said,
keep us up, you
Moyes.
stay.
Yeah, we'll give you a 6-month contract here. Let's see what you do. This I think is his legitimate last chance.
do or die.
Right? So he had,
After
3
this,
strikes and you're out.
He
After
goes to
this,
Scotland
He's
after
gotta go
this.
to the championship. And
No,
pull up
Scotland.
Benitez.
He goes back.
Nah, dude.
He goes to Scotland after
Because
this.
you go to Scotland, there's nothing in
It's 2 teams.
Scotland. Dude.
Rangers.
There's
Rangers, Celtics.
There's nothing there for your career. Is my point.
Brendan would have to leave.
Yeah, and I think
he
Brendan
had to
is
take
essentially setting himself up for a comeback in the EPL.
Which is what the
say-
Scotland thing is. Just rest. You're
But
gonna
think
win.
about how long you got to go. I say go to the championship, man. Benitez style. Get your fucking elbows wet. Who else was down there? Sean
Get your
Dyche.
elbows wet.
Sean Dyche
You
was
also
down
get
there.
your knees wet while you're down there. 'Cause
Not the top
that's
3,
good.
man. The top 3 don't get on their knees, bro. Everyone else get on your knees.
There's
Look,
no guarantee that the championship is the
bro, there's
championship.
no 100% no guarantee. But I think for his competitive to be vouched for his competitiveness, if he goes to Scotland, it says everything we need to know about this dude. He's defeated.
Well, the Real Sociedad thing was a massive failure.
English
Sunderland,
managers shouldn't be going to
Gary
Spain
Neville,
and
settle down.
yeah, dude.
Settle down.
Let's not
It's very tricky out
go
there.
down the fucking English ladder, dude. Don't
Sunderland was a nightmare. This is his
United.
final opportunity, I think, in the EPL, just because of his age
For
and
now.
because of his track record.
Look, for now it is. He could come back, dude. Like
you
he
see, he's
could
trying to
come
get
back.
Arnautovic out right away. He's like, "Yeah, all right, we're done. Bash, bro, get out of here."
He's
It's
a
a shame,
problem, man.
boy.
He's a head case.
You know what, though?
about that?
He is a head
Arnautovic
case.
is like that's why we call him the Zlatan, the poor
Bust.
man's Zlatan.
He's
Like,
been a bust though at West Ham.
he has an attitude
Form-
like
former
Zlatan,
players.
but not the ability.
Former players have come out saying that his mentality is getting in his way.
Terrible, dude. It's terrible. You see the way he plays. He's an absolute talent, but he's one of those guys who just got wasted. But yeah, man. So we got West Ham, Leicester, Everton, CP, all with new managers. How do you think they'll do this season? Or let's do this. Who do you think will
Leicester, West
not
Ham.
improve?
Everton haven't
Everton and
signed.
CP.
They're sticking with Unsworth.
David
right now.
Unsworth.
Yeah, for now.
Unzi. Sticking in them.
CP. Who do you think will do the best out of those?
Yeah.
Crystal Palace, hands down.
All right. The heart. Throwing it in with the heart.
Honestly,
Zaha's going to carry this team
with
for
the
38
brain,
games.
well, my options: West Ham, Palace, Everton. Who else got sacked?
And Leicester, bro.
And Leicester.
Leicester's
You gotta look
looking-
at the table.
Leicester are the
Wow.
most solid. I mean, champions 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
They're sitting at 12th right now.
I'd like to see Everton climb out of this mess.
Sitting at 15th right now. Everton.
I say Everton going to finish the highest.
Palace all the way at the bottom of the table.
Palace in rough shape, man, but the performances have been there. They just need to start winning.
Yeah.
Dog, 4 points.
Dude, just need to finish.
Yo,
Dude, all he
match
needs
day
to
11.
look for.
4
Hey,
points. That's one win.
Crystal
Remember-
Palace.
Remember when it's called a hater?
Crystal
Remember when
Palace.
it's called a
One
hater
win
for
and
this,
one-
making
one
it all
draw.
personal.
Crystal
That's
Palace.
so bad.
Set your sights this number. Every time you go to bed, this number should be in your head. 17. That's all you need.
Is it? I thought it was
17th place.
42.
17th place.
No, 17th
That's all you
place.
need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need
all
40
you
to 42 points on the season.
Dude, West
It's
Ham
not
is sitting
good.
at 18th in the relegation zone. Out of these 4 teams, come on, man, you have to go with Leicester City.
I'm going to go with Everton, bro. I think
Leicester number
Everton will
one.
find it.
Leicester number 1. Crystal Palace, Everton, West Ham.
That's
how
just
the
a
lineup
best
at the
friend.
end.
That's a best friend pick.
No,
Why
no.
CP?
He just
How
wants
is
to
CP
sound
gonna
the-
leapfrog Leicester?
Because I'm looking at the rest of the half season right now, what they have.
Uh-oh.
Because we got Everton, Stoke, Brighton,
Break it
West Ham,
down.
Bournemouth, Watford, Leicester, Swansea. So going into the next year, they have the best. They have the best remaining schedule for the next year.
On paper.
Not the
For
next
everyone.
year.
On
Till
paper.
week 19.
On
Week 19.
paper.
Everyone
So-
still has to play everyone again.
So that's fine.
Nothing.
So that doesn't
That's fine.
mean that's
And
not,
the schedule-
that's a moot point.
And you
sir.
know what though? If Zaha
Look.
stays on Crystal Palace, I truly
At that
believe
point-
If he gets
That
hurt
point
again,
usually-
then they're
yeah.
done.
It's a
One
one-man
guy. You-
team. It's
you think
Mane
on
of
one
Liverpool.
guy.
One
You know.
fucking guy. He's gonna
You
leapfrog
know.
Vardy, Okazaki.
All that.
No. First off,
You said-
Leicester's number 1. Leicester's number
Yeah, you
1.
said Everton though.
Oh, Everton.
Everton doesn't even know how to
Gonna
tie their shoes
leapfrog
at the moment.
Rooney.
Bro, Everton
Davies.
have like the
Dude,
talent.
they have it
though.
all there.
They have
Everton
new-
was the team I was
them
excited
guys.
to watch this
Crystal
year.
Palace been doing that without Kabay even playing well.
Seamus Coleman's gonna come back. Like you
Dude,
got guys,
Kabay-
Michael
Kabay
Keane.
was dead when
Sacco.
he came back to Palace. When he left,
Oh, who's your boy?
for PSG? He killed himself.
Who's the boy? The
PVA.
Garnett. The Garnett.
Patrick Van
left-
Aanholt.
Left midfielder. Your favorite boy.
Fucking
Schlupp.
Left defense.
Hanging your
Oh,
future on Schlupp.
oh my God, I'd put him
Come
as
on,
goalie if I could.
Take him
But
back, man.
Take him away from
Take him
anywhere offensive edge you
Went
possibly
the
can.
best friend pick right
my
there.
God.
Didn't think that one through.
Make him the medic. Oh my God, he shouldn't be on the
Hey
field.
man, we'll keep track, dude.
One
We'll
of-
keep track on these.
One of
teams.
our last points for the show, Patrice, Uncle Pat,
Yeah.
Evra.
our boy, always sing this guy's praises. His
Doing his
social media presence
Love it.
is great.
So United think
Although
you guys
he's
wouldn't
been
get
on the
it.
rocks with the Marseille fans all season, I guess. They've been kind of hounding him, criticizing his social media accounts.
Look,
with the stuff that
win,
he's been pulling.
win or lose, he's out there like throwing up his gram. I love this game. I'm happy. Now, when your team gets blasted on Saturday or Sunday, and on Monday morning, this guy who's supposed to be a legend, French legend, God, is dancing around talking about he loves this game. That's cool, man. I get it. But as a fan, I would be sour if I woke up after losing to a club and fucking Martial's on there dancing, talking about he loves this game. Pogba's on there dancing.
I don't care.
talking
You've been
about-
in this
Don't
game for over a
send-
decade.
All I'm saying is, do your dances. When you lose, don't be sending happy fucking social media messages, dude, because
Also,
Fans
don't
live and
kick,
die
don't
by
kick
that.
fans in the face. That's
Yeah.
another thing.
Well,
like
look,
Eric
people talk
Cantona
shit.
is a legend because he kicked the opposite team's fan right in the chest. Okay, you can't high kick straight UFC style to your
That was
own
great
fans.
technique.
Roundhouse.
To
It was
your
great
own
technique.
fans,
Not
bro.
my foot type of kick.
And that was excellent technique. It really
It was
was.
great
It
technique.
really was, man. And now he's left Marseille by mutual consent.
Do you think-
Terminated.
He's been banned from UEFA.
How many times
for,
does
was
that
it,
guy tell that
7
story
months?
now? Oh, I got kicked in the face by Patrice Evra.
And he was looking. He was
how many
looking to
times
go
do you
at
think
it,
that
too.
guy? I think every weekend he tells that story now.
that was the greatest thing
For
I've
the
ever
re-
seen. Not swinging a punch, not pushing, not spitting.
That's
To
the
be-
go-to. That's the
Hey,
soccer
you never
player's
know.
front
Maybe he had a
kick.
bat in the cave. Maybe he had a little book
That's
hanging
not
out.
the
He was just
soccer
wiping
player's
his nose
go-to.
for him.
That's the funny thing.
No,
Like, when
it
you
is-
see
it's
the
just the
scraps,
form.
it's headbutt or like fighting.
Come on, you know the running jump stomp.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
you never
classic.
see that. It's classic
back
in
in
the playground.
Diego
That's why it's
Maradona-
hilarious.
No,
No,
bro.
dude, the Diego Maradona
Yeah.
day, the big fight. You ever seen that one?
Studs.
Everyone's kicking
Bro.
everybody.
It's just that the
But-
technique was so impeccable.
it was literally
I've never
UFC.
seen like a top kick.
So
You usually see the stomp.
Yeah,
You
bigger,
don't see the-
bigger question right now. Marseille let
hell?
him go. Patrice Evra is going to be 37 in May.
Come on, United.
Come on,
How-
Palace.
Come on,
Do
New
you,
England
do you
refs.
honestly think big teams are going to go after this guy
Yep.
No.
No.
at 37 years old?
Define
Look,
big.
New England Revolution.
Define big
top
teams.
6.
Sign Patrice
EPL.
Evra at left back.
Top 6?
Top 6 in EPL. Do you think a
Look.
Liverpool or Arsenal?
I think
Liverpool
I think,
could use him.
dude, I think United could use him. We have
Yeah.
Ashley Young playing there.
Bring him back.
Luke Shaw, you
Not
know,
playing.
Do you
knows?
bring him
He's
in
not
now,
playing.
though? Hey, you're fired. You're fined. Come in.
He's banned from. He's banned.
banned.
Why not
Yeah,
bring him
exactly.
in? Why not United bring him in now?
Let
Head
the
case.
heat cool down.
Head case.
Let the
Yeah,
heat cool
and the
down
drama.
a little bit.
You can talk to him now and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, in 7 months we'll sign you." But
But
there's no need for us
I
to
don't
bring
mean
you
I
in.
don't mean exactly now, but I mean like in January, February. Just bring him in. Just let
Bring him in after his
come in.
ban.
Yeah,
Just bring him in after his ban. You
I-
don't need him for now.
I know, but just
He's
just to-
37. He's not a
But
stud.
do you want a guy like that on another guy on Instagram? You got to worry about. There's already Pogba and guys.
I don't
like
think you
that
need to
out
worry
there.
about
it just,
him.
It just depends where United stands. We're chasing City. They're talking about there might be January signings.
You know, you
what I
guys
mean?
might
So
lose out to that left back too, who the clubs of the left back from Espanyol.
What the hell's his
the
name?
Brazilian. No, not
Yeah,
Brazilian.
he's been linked with the
Is he
Manchester
Brazilian?
clubs.
City too. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
linked
yeah,
with
yeah.
City.
Spanish.
I forget his name.
Martin, his last name. but
Yeah, so like he could be a plug, man. He could be a
That'd be
plug
a
at
force.
United.
Mm.
6 months contract, just like just like when Zlatan came in. We gave him a 1-year contract because we knew this dude's old. Who knows what he can do?
That's
He
what people are
proved everyone.
sleeping on. People are sleeping on the impact of Zlatan coming back to United in January.
Dude, you bring Zlatan back, then you bring Ever back, a winner, like you were saying. That
That's experience.
mentality.
It's
He
experience.
plays left back. Yes, he can't play 38 games, but you only need him for 10 to 12, something like that. Like
That would be impressive.
that wouldn't be bad. Working with Mourinho, a guy who knows his career, respects his career. He's the United legend. We would accept him in a second, and we'd love all his videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Not
it
after
could
you
work.
lose the city, you wouldn't.
but odds are they won't because long-term club,
yeah, man.
all that good stuff. So
And I was just searching through
Let's
the
wrap it
internet
up.
real quick. I forgot to mention this dude when I brought up James Rodriguez. Sorry.
Nabil Fekir.
Nabil Fekir. He's been with Lyon. He's French, but I could see Arsenal going after him.
That's his preferred destination, reportedly.
Yes. Why would you not go for this guy? He's 24 years old. He's been lighting up in Ligue 1. But
we don't like talented players.
oh, you don't like talent.
No,
Okay,
no.
You hate talent.
Dude, if
you're
any-
allergic.
But if
We
any club needs
Yeah.
a big signing, man,
Are
like
you
a
kidding me?
name,
Arsene Wenger. He
Stop
takes
with these
it.
attacking
He
mid
takes
players, man.
talent and he just sucks the soul out of. That's how he's still living. He sucks the soul out of these players.
He keeps it
Was he a
under
dementor?
all
Yep.
that
It's like
jacket.
hocus pocus.
That's how he feels that puffy
If you
jacket.
lose Ozil and you lose Sanchez, guys like Nabil Fekir coming in
At
is
24
not good
years
enough.
old,
That's what I'm saying.
He would
It's
help.
not- no,
He would help.
Aubameyang is what, 28, around that age.
Bring them both.
We're not gonna
Oh,
pay
they're not that club, though.
70,
You know they're
80 for one player. It's just not
You
what
know they're
Arsenal
not that
does.
kind of club.
It's not
You
what
need a
we do.
name, bro. You need Gareth Bale. If any club needs a name after those two
I'd love
superstars,
that.
how are you gonna draw other names? Lacazette's kind of unhappy because he's getting benched. You don't have anyone after those two leave. As
Yeah,
far
Jack
as
Wilshere
superstars.
knows a good number for a trainer. When he gets hurt, just
Need big
send him his
names.
guys.
We see Sweden. I don't think we need big names.
You one or two, man.
You
If
make-
you're gonna get that
make
fear. That's
Draxler.
why.
Arsenal
Draxler,
needs
that's
to
the
make
guy.
big names.
Julian Draxler
That's
from
a big
PSG.
name. That's a
That's
big
the
name.
guy who I
He's-
think
he's gone
should
now.
replace Alexis Sanchez or Ozil. He can
It's the
operate
same-
in either position.
Dog, it's the same situation United was in when we were struggling a few years ago, and we paid $100 million for one player. Because you could see the fear going away. You can't attract talent. Pogba comes in, all of a sudden Lukaku wants to be part of the club. All of a sudden all these players want to come in now because they see a movement. You lose Ozil and
Zlatan.
Sanchez. Who are giant superstars coming to the club for? Not Wenger, because he
Danny
showed the
Welbeck.
last few years. Other than that, like
Peter
they're
Cech,
coming in to
Koscielny.
build the thing.
I
They're
think
not
you have
coming
to
into
break
a
it all
movement.
down and then rebuild it. And again, it starts with the defense. You can't have Pear and Nacho Monreal starting in your back line. It's just
Cool.
Yeah, enough with Arsenal. Enough
All right,
with that.
that wraps it up for our quick touch show. World Cup qualifiers, free flow, all
Interim
that good
show.
stuff. Thanks for listening, guys. We might be back Actually, we'll definitely be back midweek with fantasy talk. Might squeeze in another episode as well. Maybe not. See if we have
World Cup
anything
reactions.
worth talking about. Yeah, we'll
Italy
definitely do
out, baby.
reactions.
Let's go Sweden. Italy
For
out.
France.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time. Peace. Later.